Hello friends, welcome back once again. This is Nagaraj SK, lecturer of Computer Science and Engineering Department. So in this video, we'll move to the next lecture number 31 and 32 of Unit 3, Brute Force and Exhaustive Search. So these are the last lecturers of this unit. So here I'm going to cover exhaustive search, breadth first search, and the differences between depth first search and breadth first search algorithms. So here, uh, once again, we'll understand what is exhaustive search, a brute force approach to combinatorial problems which require a generation of permutations or subsets. It will be generating every element of problem domain. Then it will be selecting feasible ones, that is the ones that satisfies constraints, and find the desired one, that is the one that optimizes some objective function. Then for both traveling salesman and knapsack problem, exhaustive search gives exponential time complexity. Then there are NP hard problems, no known polynomial time algorithms. Most famous unsolved problem in computer science is P versus NP problem. So you can go through that with the Wikipedia and some other study materials. So we'll be learning these things more details in a limitations chapter. So in the future. So about graph traversals, problem domain can be a graph. Exhaustive search needs to visit each vertex and do something at it. And two important graph traversal algorithms, that is depth first search and breadth first search. So we learned already what is depth first search. So here we are going to learn what is breadth first search as well as the differences between these two, depth first and, that is DFS and BFS. So what is breadth first search, right? Breadth first search, start at a vertex, mark it as visited, then go to each of its neighbors and put them in a list, delete the starting vertex, then start at one of the remaining in the list, mark it as visited, and so on. So if the depth first search is a traversal for the brave, that is the algorithm goes as far from home as it can. Breadth first search is a traversal for the cautious. It proceeds in a concentric manner by visiting first all the vertices that are adjacent to a starting vertex, then all unvisited vertices two edges apart from it, and so on until all the vertices in the same connected component as the starting vertex are visited. If there still remain unvisited vertices, the algorithm has to be restarted at an arbitrary vertex of another connected component of the graph. So it is convenient to use a queue, that is, note that the difference from depth first search. So to trace the operation of breadth first search, the queue is initialized with the traversal starting vertex which is marked as visited. On each iteration, the algorithm identifies all unvisited vertices that are adjacent to the front vertex, marks them as visited, and adds them to the queue. After that, the front vertex is removed from the queue. Similarly to a DFS traversal, it is useful to accompany a VFS traversal by constructing the so-called breadth first search forest. So the traversal starting vertex traverses as the root of the first tree in such a forest. Whenever a new unvisited vertex reached from whenever a new unvisited vertex is reached for the first time, the vertex is attached as a child to the vertex it is being reached from with an edge called a tree edge. If an edge leading to a previously visited vertex other than its immediate predecessor, that is its parent in the tree, is encountered, the edge is noted as a cross edge. So this is about the breadth first search. So we are having the problem here, the same problem as depth first search algorithm. So here we are having tree edges, cross edges, then breadth first search, then forest. So which data structure to use for solving this kind of problem, solving this kind of forest, right? Breadth first search, right? So here it is not connected graph, it is a forest because there are two trees in this graph. So it is not connected, so it is a forest. So which data structure to use for this problem, right? So that is BFS, breadth first search. Here the pseudocode of this algorithm is taking method name as a BFS, and it is taking G, that is graph, as an input. Here marks each vertex in phi with 0 as mark of being unvisited, then initially count equal to 0, then for each vertex v in v do what we have to do. If v is marked with 0, then we are going to call BFS function. So again the BFS function itself calls again and again. If v is marked with 0, then count will become count plus 1. Then mark v with for every count we have to mark v with count and initialize a queue with v while the queue is not empty. Then do this while the queue is not empty. Do this, what we have to do. For each vertex w in phi adjacent to the front vertex 2, what we have to do. If w is marked with 0, then count will become count plus 1. Mark w with count and add w to queue. Remove the front vertex from the queue. This is how the BFS algorithm works. The time complexity is similar to the DFS, and this gives shortest path between two vertices, because unlike DFS, here in BFS we are visiting all the vertices at the beginning itself. So that's why it gives the shortest path between two vertices. So what are the differences between these two, right? Depth first search and breadth first search. So in breadth first search uses queue data structure for finding the shortest path, and in DFS, that is depth first search, uses stack data structure. So BFS can be used to find single source shortest path in an unweighted graph, because in BFS we reach a vertex with a minimum number of edges from a source vertex, and in DFS we might traverse through more edges to reach a destination vertex from a source. Then in BFS is more suitable for searching vertices which are closer to the given source. In DFS is more suitable when there are solutions away from source. Then BFS considers all neighbors first and therefore not suitable for decision making trees used in games or puzzles. So DFS is more suitable for game or puzzle problems. We make a decision, then explore all paths through this decision, and if this decision leads to win situation, we stop. Then the time complexity of BFS is big O of V plus E, where V stands for vertices and E stands for edges. Then the time complexity of DFS is also big O of V plus E, where V stands for vertices and E stands for edges. So this is all about DFS and BFS. So let us summarize what we discussed so far. So we discussed what is breadth first search and working principles of breadth first search algorithm, then examples, and the data structure used in this breadth first search is queue. Edge types are tree and cross edges. Applications of these searches are connectivity, acyclicity, minimum edge paths, and minimum edge, paths. Then efficiency for adjacency matrix, that is efficiency for adjacency matrix is theta of v square, that is double the number of vertices. Efficiency for adjacency list is theta of number of vertices plus number of edges. And also we learned about the differences between DFS and PFS. So thanks for watching. If you are having any doubts in this, please do ask your queries. Thank you one and all.